Quick turnaround, and this one rattles in and out. Out of bounds, Sixers ball. Jordan got the shot he wanted. This would not fall for him.
He usually goes to the other box, Jim. He's better at the right side as you look at the basket. Rick Mahorn wants and gets Bill Cartwright.
I don't know what you want to call it, a half hook shot or just a floating sidearm one-hander or whatever, but Rick Mahorn now on the board.
That's a positive sign for the Sixers also. Rick has not been involved much in the offensive game to this point.
Cartwright. Whistle underneath the basket and a 3-second violation.
Sixers doing a good job. They double-teamed Cartwright, forced him to throw the ball out, and in the time that all that took, the Bulls got caught for 3 seconds in the lane.
Just about halfway through the opening quarter, and the Sixers lead it by 7. Shot clock now is down to 4 seconds. Another rebound, Barkley. Hawkins for 3, and he's got it. But give the credit to Barkley to keep the offensive sequence alive.
Now give Charles credit for pursuing that ball. He's doing yeoman work at that offensive board. Nice move by Horace Grant.
Horace Grant, that quick move to the baseline. Probably the most improved player on this Bulls team would be Grant. Dawkins getting swarmed on, and there's an open man. 18-8.
That's a good pass by John Dawkins under some pretty severe pressure by the Bulls.
You could also make a case for Pippen, who's really come on and had a great year too. Just being on the same team with Michael Jordan will probably elevate almost anybody.
Oh my. That left Michael all alone and he missed the shot.
And the Sixers moving the ball quickly down the floor. Charles in determined manner puts it up and in, and the Bulls now just looking around with what has hit us.
Watch the work that Charles Barkley does here. There's a great drive and a very good block by Michael Jordan. Barkley collects the ball. Watch this move. He gets raked across the arm, jumps away from the basket, manages to slice it off the board and in. Chance for a three-point play for Charles. And the Sixers are 20-8, Jim.
That's where it stays. With 4:45 left in the opening quarter, it's been all Philadelphia. Both ends of the floor so far. Pippen with daylight, and Charles goes up for the defensive play and a foul. Well, you can't fault Barkley's effort there.
Now Scott Pippen gets daylight into the lane. Ron Anderson fell down. Charles came over and stopped the uncontested layup.
That was
another view of this. Here comes Charles. He's going after the shot. That cannot be considered an unusual foul. A foul just to knock a player out of there. That's a foul that comes along with going after the shot.
That was 2 points had it occurred in Chicago. The Bulls were getting a lot of those, as Jack and I talked about. Pippen able to make them both. 20-10 now. Hawkins trying to work free.
Michael Jordan is an excellent defender.
Paxson to reach in, and he's fouled. Percy did a good job of working the screen to get rid of Jordan, but a nice cover-up by Paxson, but a foul.
Percy Hawkins, shooting 2.
Ed Neely now in the game for the Bulls.
Ed Neely is a banger. He's been a journeyman player for years in the NBA. And he's really found a home here in Chicago. The fans out there appreciate him, give him a lot of vocal support. And Phil Jackson likes what he does for the team.
the amount of playing time that he has gotten with the Bulls this year, a significant rise from his other ventures, and he's played for.
He sets good screens, he rebounds the ball well, and he can make a distant shot.
There is the shake and the bake, and Michael falling down, and Hersey Hawkins.
Great defense by the Hawks.
Defending well, forces Jordan into a travel, and you watch a lot of Bulls games and not see that very often.
Ron Anderson got wrapped up by Bill Cartwright, but he had already gotten the foul out in the perimeter.
That's the second foul for Pippen now, and another change as Grant comes in for Pippen. So now the forwards are Neely and Grant. Anderson, Dawkins, Hawkins, Barkley, and Jaminski. The open shot. Mike Jaminski hitting that open shot now with 6 points. Charles drew the crowd, and Mike Jaminski makes the field goal.
Yeah, just that little penetration is significant.
There's one tipped and stolen now, and Dawkins with it. The coast-to-coast move by Johnny Dawkins, and it's 26-10, and Phil Jackson up off the bench again. Appears to be headed for another timeout, and he's got it. And with 3:02 left to go in the opening quarter, it's been all Sixers. They lead it 26-10. We're going to look at what the players call old Milwaukee defense. It doesn't get much better than this.
Well, this is clinic time, Jim. Hersey Hawkins couldn't play better defense on a classic offensive player. Watch his foot movement. He cut Jordan's drive off to the lane, spun back, and was able to block the shot. And then here comes Johnny Dawkins in the open court. Nobody picks him up, and John goes all the way to the hoop. That's what the Sixers were guilty of in Chicago, and now they're capitalizing on that same phase of the game, but the Bulls are lax this time.
In games 1 and 2, the Bulls only had 9 turnovers combined. They have 5 already in this game. Jordan fades and misfires again. That one was well off the mark by his standards. This is Ron Anderson. Anderson from the top of the key.
Be a good opportunity for the Sixers to go after Scott Pippen, who already has 2 fouls. See if Ron will try to take advantage of that. Good defense on Cartwright.
Jordan again. Misfiring with that jumper. Michael 1 out of 6 so far. Charles leans and doesn't get it, and no one's around to grab the rebound. It bounces practically into the hands of Paxson without much effort going for it. And a block foul this time. And Jordan frustratingly, I should say, flips it into the air. He knows he's struggling with it.
First in the last 2 minutes. Sixers substitution, 23-5.
Bob Thornton comes in for Mike Jaminski. The Sixers.
That's a great start for Mike. I think that beginning will certainly pump him up enough
He
to get the rest of his game going.
Made 3 out of 4 shots. Three-point attempt, and this one right down the heart of the basket.
You can't assume that he's not going to shoot the ball well. Even though he's 1 for 6 starting off, he could make 6 in a row from here. Charles has great position.
Wow, Grant got away with a big foul, and
Charles Barkley stepped right between the double teamers and stuck the